one sec. Hold on one sec.
Calm
So,
down.
I was, I kind of wanted to hear what
Okay, let's
Tariq would come in and talk
right.
about,
Is that
but
Myron? Is that Myron?
yeah, it is. It is, and it's interesting
Myron,
how.
hold on. Before you start, I gotta say,
Wow.
let's. I know we've had our words. We've had our words, and we've had our differences. All right. And I'm willing to go on your show. I know you wanted me to go on your show at one point, and we can put our differences aside. And I offer my extension to prayer, and I pray now. Humny nini humya. All right. There you
Eljo.
go.
All right.
What a
There
fucking
you
lame.
go.
What's interesting, Tariq?
Eljo.
That shit was ass, man. So everybody's talking about the Tariq Nasheed Myron Gaines debate. It wasn't even really a debate. It was just Tariq jumping in there, throwing a whole bunch of ad hominems and trolling, and never really addressed any arguments that they made. Like, the entire time, this dude was trolling and like making it about Myron's country of origin, which had nothing to do with any of the topics they were discussing. So Myron's like, let's have a sit down. Let's, take this on the Fresh and Fit show, have a sit down, we'll have someone regulate it, some dialogue going on, man, something more organized than shit. And your boy is ducking the shit out of this debate, man. Look at this guy's whole logic here. You and your buddies already lost a debate with me. That wasn't a debate, dude. All right, let's keep it real. That was you trolling for an hour and talking shit, man. That's all you were doing. That spanking I gave you and your buddies is going viral because of my audience and influence. Okay, so this is another one of his. Like, this dude has 230,000 subscribers on YouTube. Okay, which is cool. Like, that's I'm not over here, like, shout out to him, but like, Myron and them have 1.5 million, dude. Like, and if you talk about live viewers, they're having 20,000 to 40,000 live viewers at a time. I checked your shit. You got like 500 to 600 max when you go live on Twitter, and you got about 300,000 followers on Twitter, which is really, Twitter's not really one of those platforms that is hard to attain because you got a whole bunch of bots and shit. So why would they pay you to come on their platform? That's some dumbass shit, right? But apparently, that Saint in the Center guy, right? So he wants to now pay Tariq to get on Fresh and Fit, dude. Like, and I'm like, for what? Like, this is an opportunity for him to push his whatever movement or whatever the fuck he's trying to do. You could push that to an audience that has 20 to 40,000 viewers live. But check this out, man. This is him offering to pay for his podcast to get on the podcast.
Brother Marquette, if I'm pronouncing your name right, sir. Marquette, turn your microphone on, sir.
Tariq, how are you?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
I'm well. I just want to drop in real quick. I'm currently in talks with Myron about a 1v1 debate. My friend told me that you needed some cash. He's a huge fan of yours. I like your stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to Myron. I wanted to put up the cash and make this happen. He wants to do the business in a different way, but I want to let you know that it's in the works. And if you'd be kind enough to DM me and say, hey, Marquette, I need this amount, I want to put that deal together.
Hey, man, that'd be great. That would be absolutely great. Hold on. I'm going to follow you if I'm not following you. I'm following you now. And we'll see what's popping. I'll send you a DM and let's see what we can do.
I sent you a DM on IG. I don't really mess around on Twitter too much. I'm pretty much on here just to talk to you right now. But I want to put this deal together. I think it'll be a great conversation. And we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. And thanks for the time.
No doubt. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Myron and those guys, I'm not about to spank these niggas for free. Yeah, I already gave.
Yeah, man. So he's over here demanding that they cut the check to come on their platform, which is really an opportunity for him because, dude, I don't know what, nobody's really, he's not really, I used to see his old shit when he used to talk about game and stuff like that, which, I ain't gonna lie, man, that shit was cool, man. And he did it before, like, all the corny shit came out with mystery, I'm sorry, bro, that mystery shit and all the white, quote unquote, white, gamers that came, like, some of them, that shit was corny, man, and he actually had his books on game and stuff like that were cool, man. But now he's doing like this race baiting,
This is what I found very
donate to
interesting.
me type,
I
Dr.
kind of wanted
Umar
to see
type.
what you would come in and talk about.
Look at his talking points.
Right.
Look at this shit, bro.
And
You can't make this shit
All right,
up.
go ahead, Myron. Go ahead, Myron. All right, let's hear from.
I was legitimately
Let's hear from Sudanese Myron. Go ahead.
Can I talk now?
Go ahead, Myron.
Yeah, so I was in.
And by the way, that's his rebuttal to everything, that Myron is Sudanese. So anything that Myron, like any argument Myron makes, his rebuttal is, oh, Myron, you're from Sudan. Like, the fuck?
To see what you were going to come in and talk about. I was actually legitimately open ears, like, okay, I wonder what he's going to talk about. And I find it very interesting that we were not talking about an iota of race, whether it was black, white, Jewish, anything.
All of your platforms are about anti-black.
Okay,
all of your
look, let me finish my point. Now, we were not talking about race whatsoever, and I find it interesting. The first words out your mouth are white supremacy as soon as you come in here.
Yeah, you're a wannabe, right?
And again, Tariq, I got a legitimately serious question for you. If you
Go
didn't
ahead
talk
and ask
about
that
race,
question.
if you didn't talk about race, what would you talk about?
Sir,
sucking dick.
Okay.
Like, what would you legitimately talk about, bro?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, now you got a whole bunch of people that just jump in out of nowhere and ruin the entire dialogue. So this shit wasn't a debate. It was like a party line or some shit.
Race all day.
Sir, I talk about a whole bunch of stuff without talking about race, but I talk about racism because it's the most important thing that you white supremacists want to be.
What is it? What is it that you talk about without?
Sir,
that's not about race.
I started my career with relationship books, and they were all bestsellers. Sir, I can talk about.
And you don't
so
talk
many
about
other
any more
things.
interesting enough.
But race is a very serious problem, especially anti-black racism. So I discussed something that's very important. Yes, anti-black racism is a very big problem.
That's why
you got platforms.
That's
the only reason you guys
and
got
you bring it back to
platforms
race.
Because you have anti-black platforms.
Besides race, and you bring it back to race.
Because you're anti-black platforms. That's all you do is discuss
race. No, I'm not anti-black.
Yes, you are.
I'm not anti-black. I'm anti-retard.
That's the only reason.
Okay, that's another talking point he talks about, like that they're anti-black platforms when they really don't even talk about black issues unless someone brings it up on the podcast. You know, that's just me following them from you know, when they started. Most of this shit is about, you know, other shit, relationship advice, financial. They even bring on some of these like scholars that studied like the JFK murder or 9/11 and stuff like that. You know, they don't even talk about that shit on the podcast unless someone like super chats it. You know, so I don't know where that shit doesn't even make any sense.
And you're behaving like one.
You know,
please,
I'm asking, what do you talk about besides race?
What do you do besides flee your homeland?
Okay, good one. I'm asking
you
a
here we go.
question.
like this dude's asking him a serious question, and then he just like he turns on. Oh, what did you do besides flee your homeland? And that's what he does every single time, bro. Like, you know, this guy's the king of diverting and non sequiturs.
That's a projection. Your platforms are based on anti-black racism, Myron.
No, we talk about a bunch of things. Race is just one of the things we talk about.
It always goes back to anti-black racism.
All you talk about is race.
And then you have a bunch of women on there who are black and Caribbean, and you scream and bark on them like a coward. Why don't you do that shit to a dude, man? Why don't you bark on a dude like that?
White, Asian,
you know what I'm saying?
Come down to Miami.
You do all that shit to dudes.
White, Asian, Hispanic. We've had them with all kinds of races. Not
you don't do it to dudes because you get that Sneeko energy. You saw what happened to Sneeko. You saw what happened to Sneeko when y'all run up on a dude with that shit.
I refute what you say, and then you immediately come in and try to
because you bark on women, you bark on black women all the time because you're a coward. You're a coward and a wannabe. Okay.
So what's your argument now?
That's because the argument is you're a coward and a wannabe. All right.
Okay. Yep.
You're a wannabe white supremacist and you're a coward.
You don't put your foot down with women. What you don't talk sternly with women.
And all you guys have platforms built on anti-black racism.
Like, you don't talk sternly to women at all.
You talk that shit online.
You don't talk sternly to women.
You talk that shit online, and
you let women talk to you.
Tariq, thank you for coming in here and showing how low IQ the reparations movement is. Thank you for coming in here and fucking exposing your dumb ass.
All right, you're a bunch of geniuses.
No, you definitely.
You're showing us the high
IQ.
All right.
You're definitely an elite.
That shit wasn't no debate. Don't call that shit a debate. That shit. This is like a shit show.
It's
a free for all.
We can look at your high.
Just deflected everything.
This is high IQ conversation from you guys, really?
Oh, you started talking
Bro,
about
racism is not high
tampons
IQ.
and
Stop.
You guys are talking like you're Rhodes
Boulay.
scholars. You're a bunch of YouTube flunkies.
Bro, you're talking
all right?
you're
not
on a
a
leash by
Rhodes
your
scholar.
woman,
You're a
bro.
bunch of YouTube
You do
flunkies.
not.
all
No, you
right?
do not. You have no
your
type of
only
control in your
platform
home.
is
I'm
you
guaranteeing
can only
that.
come up by spewing anti-black racism. You're not intellectuals at all. Let's stop it. All
Do you
right?
want to hear why anti-black
man, you're over
racism
your head,
exists?
bro.
Is because of you.
You're a
The
bunch
problem.
you're a bunch of Anglo
You're the
wannabes.
reason that black
You
people
wannabe
are held back in
Anglos.
America because
Talking
you hold
about
on to
high
victim
IQ.
mentality without anything else.
You
All you
failed
know
in
how to
all
do
of you failed in your homelands, all of you, and you want to be white supremacists, and that's the only platforming you can do is
Yo,
spewing
you do realize
homeland
that
are you
there's like
talking about?
FBAs in
We're
and
Kansas,
both
then you
right?
born in
get
You
America.
knocked
realize
in
that,
your
right?
damn teeth. You got knocked in your teeth for doing that shit in person. You're a bunch
Yeah,
of
no,
losers.
yeah, well, you're
Dude,
an
this
idiot.
guy talks like he's
Bunch
from the
of
coast of
gamblers.
California because he is. This is
Lord.
exactly how people from the coast of California talk because they don't have other people calling them out for the dumb shit they say. And this guy's doing exactly that. I'm from the coast of California, so I know exactly how these fucking people are.
And you smell like a wet dog. Now shut up. Now
That's
you
great,
all
bro.
other guys are a bunch of
That's
Tariq,
great.
who you voting for?
Yo, man, your insults are fucking trash, bro. You're not even entertaining. All you
Tariq, that's who
do
you
is
voting
talk
for.
birth
Tariq,
shit.
who
rates
you
are
voting
trash.
for?
That's why you are struggling with your birth rates and your
Bro, you
marriage.
say you're the bro.
Yo, I got 2 kids. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
We don't care. We don't act like victims. Who cares, bro? It doesn't
Calm
matter. You're the
down.
only person here acting like a victim.
No,
It doesn't
sir.
matter.
You're a bunch of whiny
Bro, you
wannabe
are like
white
speaking
supremacists.
for your whole community, bro. You're speaking for your whole
Sir,
community when probably half
your
your community
claim to
doesn't even agree
fame is
with you.
going around
Yeah,
getting
how are you
beat up.
speaking for
What kind of
everybody?
shit is that? Getting beat up?
Sir.
That's your claim to fame? What is shit is that? What kind of weird? You guys are weirdos. What kind of stuff is that?
Are you speaking for the whole
No, I'm
black
talking
community or
about
what?
you guys.
Yo, he
Are you the
definitely
poster
isn't.
boy?
He
I'm
definitely
talking about
isn't.
the wannabe white
Nah, this the
supremacist community.
FBA
You're
nigga.
going around
Wait,
getting
but
your
who are
teeth
you?
knocked
Who
out.
are
Do,
you
do
FBA
you
to
nigga.
say
understand how
somebody is racist?
stupid you are? You're calling
You're
a
an idiot.
Jewish man a white
You're
supremacist. You
wannabe.
fucking
You are
moron.
wannabe Anglo. You're
And you
never.
were raised by a single mother. That's
Sir,
very fucking clear.
you were raised by
Where's
a
your father?
fat.
Do you even know your father's
Sir, you
name?
were raised by a fat
He's in
honey
prison.
Yeah,
balloon.
you don't know your father's
Okay.
name. That's why you
All right, man. So this is what this guy referred to as a debate. That, like, what kind of fucking debate is that, dude? That shit was like, that shit was just a shouting match, and he could. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He could probably out troll them, but to actually have a sit down like logical debate, like where you debate actual facts and statistics and talking points, like I don't think this guy would make it, man. I mean, because if you look at his platform, that's all he does is he gets people to jump on so he can have nonsensical conversations where he trolls and tries to out troll or, do all that goofy shit like about where they're from and all that weird shit. So never really addresses any points, right? His whole claim was like, oh, if you come from a failed homeland, then you can't debate him about like certain aspects of black American culture or whatever the case is, which some of the shit he says makes sense. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I guess the difference between I don't even want to get into this shit, bro, but anyways, I think that for him to say that they need to pay him to get on the Fresh and Fit podcast, that's him ducking the debate. Because they didn't actually have a debate. That was just a stupid shouting match. That's all they did on there, man. So, yeah, anyways, yeah, bro, accept the debate, dude. Get over there and have a actual debate, and we'll see, like, how far you get without having to troll and do all that weird, funny shit. So...